living. Because once you start living, you're definitely not achieving anything. I'll be 50, but I'll be 51. And then I'll be 51, I'll be 52. So we're not going to stop. I mean, I hope nobody on here is like, oh, well, I'm going to be 30 next year and then you stop. Don't stop living. Because once you start living, you're definitely not achieving anything. You see, does it make sense? Now, I never was to a point where I don't know if I'm going to do it. No, I always stepped in it and said that I was going to do it because that's part of your why. You got to be passionate about your why because that's what's going to be the drive. That's what's going to keep you going. You just can't be scared. You got to step out on faith. Okay, we don't have to, call on God 20 times for the same thing because he already gave you an answer. Either you're going to take that road or you're not, or you're going to make another decision. I'm comfortable right where I'm at. But once you get to that place where you're sick and tired and you're sick and tired, okay, once you get to that place where okay, I know I got to do this, I'm going to make it happen. Okay, then you're going to make it happen. And then you're going to start to see the doors are going to open and you're going to see that business start to flourish because one thing about it, you can't just be on the outside looking in. You got to put in the work. In any entrepreneurial business, if you don't put in the work, you're not going to see nothing. You could be in that business all day long, but you got to put your feet in it. You got to go ahead and do what you need to do in order to be successful, because even though we have teams, or even though you have your upline, your downline, or what have you, because I'm in businesses like that, and it's like, okay, but they're not going to make calls for you. They're not going to reach out to the people for you because they're doing their thing. And then when you see them making money, you're just like, well, why? It's because your why wasn't big enough, number one, and number two, you didn't do the work. And that's basically how that goes. There's already signs, because if you even had a thought about a second business or a side hustle, as some people like to say, you already got it in you. So are you going to move toward it, or are you not going to move toward it? And then, like I said, get out of your comfort zone, because when you're out of your comfort zone, that's when things starts to happen.